you get the call or the meeting or whatever, and they tell you you're in the showcase, and then you start this 3-month process where you meet several times a week.
Initially, we start off with doing whatever sketches we might have done some sketches somewhere else, or things that we've written for the showcase. Sometimes also we will do monologues of characters that we do as well, so the writers can get an idea for those characters, and then they'll write pieces based on that character. That happens too. We put up a lot of sketches, and Fern kills a lot more sketches.
We hate, no, trust me, a lot of you hate us.
Look,
Rick and I can't, believe me, we can't stand a lot of you either. So it's very mutual. But by the time the show goes up, you're going to go, oh, you were so right. Oh, thank God you killed, you know.
We wrote about 300 sketches last year and about 350 or 400 this year, and we're putting up 25. So we just kill sketches all the time, but we rehearse 3 days a week for 3 months. First of all, they also learn how to write, because Rick is teaching a writing class as this is going on. I mean, you know, it's as much writing as performing. And I think what they get out of it most of all is every one of them will tell you an audition is a nothing compared to after this. Because we're running 40 sketches a day during rehearsal, you're so used to having to get up, be good, or else you know your sketch may get cut. So you learn how to just audition. It just changes their life.
it was so intense. I mean, it was 3 months, almost every day of the week. The first part was really hard because we were challenged to come up with a lot of stuff. We were challenged to write for most of the performers and the writers. So I think at the beginning it was, you know, like, hey, we're going to have a great show. And then suddenly every day, all you think about is working on the sketch that's going to represent you or the group of people that you're trying to represent, and then writing for everybody, and also getting that, what's the word I'm looking for? Here's where my ESL comes in. To find that synergy.
It's very grueling going from the beginning of creating an ensemble to performance, and it gets more and more intense as each step goes, from the writer's room to rehearsal in the room to the theater. Each step becomes much more and more collaborative, but it also becomes heightened and a little bit more stressful.
Wow, 3 months ago we started this, and
it has been torture.
And I go, it probably could have been faster than this, but I realize in the end, you need that weird together for a long time, and all this stuff in the end that makes it a great. It's like it is always the surprise at the end of the year when I go, wow, it did come together.
This showcase sort of allows you the ability, because you do so many different types of sketches, you put up so many sketches, you sort of really figure out who you are, like what type of comedy and what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. So if anything, it really, for me, honed what I'd already thought about myself. Like, this is the type of comedy I want to do. These are the types of characters that I do. And that just sort of honed that in.
I've found people that have never been a sketch in their life, and after 3 months process of this program, they're a sketch player. I put people that are stand-up comics who have never acted in their life. Once they go to this program, they're an actor, and vice versa. So it's a 3-month program, and it's very, CBS really emphasizes the amount of commitment and work. You're going to be in a program, this is a mini Master of Fine Arts in a strange way. And so in 3 months' time, you'll have more of an education in terms of the business, in terms of really understanding what they need, what you need. Many of the actors that come from this, after being this in 3 months, by the time they hit pilot season to them is the easiest thing in the world. This is the hardest. It's almost like taking an actor and putting a 50-pound backpack on him and have him run a marathon. By the time pilot season comes around, they're taking the backpack off and they're ready to go.
Going from stand-up to acting is probably one of the toughest things I've tried doing in my life. Because stand-up, you have full control. In stand-up, you write, you direct, you act, you produce, you do all your own blocking and everything. But here, the hardest things for stand-up comedians, in my opinion, is you have to surrender everything you do and trust the director, trust the other writers. I'm actually doing other people's writing. And my acting is being coached by not only the director, but also the vice president of casting here at CBS. So it's really hard. I mean, we have to really sacrifice a lot to try to cross over to the next level.
Coming from a stand-up background, it's kind of like, at first it was hard to get my timing down because you're dealing with other people on stage with you, so that's always, I think, hard for a stand-up to get used to. Also, like dealing with stuff that you haven't written or it's been written for you. So, you know what I mean, we have our own timing, so, but Rick is great. Rick Nahara, the director of the showcase, he's so good at understanding that, so he can actually mold a stand-up comic and make him a great actor or her a great actor, which is really, really cool and a neat experience to be a part of.
I mean, the sketch has really evolved a lot over the course of the process. You know, they went from being just words on a page to a sketch, and the difference is really the actors and what the characters they develop bring to it. You know, we can do whatever we want. We can invent the craziest things, but unless the actor's going to go bring something in of their own, you know, we're nobody. So we rely on them, they rely on us, and the whole thing works really well together. It's like we're on a seesaw, a happy seesaw of comedic genius.
You know, when we first started this program, I remember what it was like? People used to get mad at me for directing them too much, because this is what they thought. I'm just going to come in, do a bit of what I do, and then I'm out of here. And that wasn't the case. The case was, no, you're coming in to do a show that's an ensemble, directed by people, all these different things, and they got it in their head. Now you understand, because actually what's happened is people are now revealing to other people. You know, Stephen was told by Nicole, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing in the world. You better give it your all. And Stephen, last year, came totally overly prepared. I was like, fuck, he's got more sketches I've ever seen in my life. Because he knew this is a great opportunity.
I think it's vital. I think it's strong. I think the mentorship that comes out of this program, they're working together for 3 months. I don't know of any other showcase that does that and does it this well.